Okay, so you can see the connections. They're absolutely there. Now, what they're trying to ultimately produce through the use of this ritual and magic, these occult practices, they're trying to produce the cockatrice. And that will be what you see is the triangle here, which is being illuminated by this geometry within his hat. There is the same triangle that we're talking about. Now we can see the connection to ancient Egypt via this pyramid, which connects us back directly to Ephraim and Manasseh, which are of Egyptian priestly origin, of which we see Aleister Crowley representing basically a version of this ancient Egyptian mystery religion. The symbol here in the center is going to tell you who they are trying to bring about by manipulating the seal. This all-seeing eye has been further translated to mean cockatrice. And I've got a 1946 Roget's Thesaurus that I've already showed in a series entitled USA Seeks the Cockatrice, which will break down what this symbol is, and it will eventually break down to serpent. This all-seeing eye is going to tell you exactly what the plan is of this New World Order and who they plan to lead it. Now, this will bring us back to these Sumerian gods. If you say the term a New World Order and you basically break it down into its phonetics on the first part, you are saying the chief Sumerian deity's name, Anu. And that is what they want. Anu is symbolism for Lucifer, the ultimate light bearer. And that's exactly what they want. They want this new world order, this golden dawn, this golden age to be upon this world, in which they believe themselves will be made gods if they complete this great work. Being that we see this symbol with the evil eye, which is going to relate us directly back to the cockatrice, which is going to relate us back to this dragon, this serpent-like monster, in its connection to these Sumerian deities, being that we're connected directly to the name Anu, and of course we see this in many other ways, the Sumerian connection, but that's just one of them. We now turn to the Iraqi dinar to get a view of exactly what the plan is. And now, looking at the Iraqi dinar, we see the very same Sumerian deities that are seated here as the main objective. And as you can look at his helmet, you can understand that it's the same style of being that we see in this picture here. We see these beings here in the center. This being the representation of Marduk, who further represents his father, Enki. You see the unicorns here. If I was to zoom in, you can see their little horns, and they are being exalted, just like it says in Genesis chapter 10, out of Jacob's own mouth. The blessings are landing atop of their head, and just as you see this golden arch of Freemasonry, or this stargate, which is representing the 7 stars or the 7 blessings of the Pleiades. Overlooking the whole scene is the fulfillment of Isaiah chapter 34 that says the great owl will make her nest there, and that they shall abide under the shadow. And there's our little symbolism for the great owl right there. But my point is to show you what this cockatrice is. So now we see a further symbolized picture of the objective of what's sitting on top of the pyramid of the United States. This picture of the triangle with all-seeing eye is now manifested as this dragon-like serpent, which is going to be known as Enki. You see, they've tried to tie it to the orbit of Nibiru, but in reality, this is the gestation stage of the plan that they have instilled since the Edenic times, and that once this egg is hatched, they plan to destroy the believers in the Lion of Judah. And as you see, the supposed path skips the unicorns while they're being exalted, and now begins to behead this picture of a conquering lion. I'll be back.